Hey YouTube, Renegade Danny bringing you a video here. This is a video about hospital or quarantine tanks. Now, I'll explain the difference. Hospital tank is when you already have a fish in your main tanks or whatever you have in any of your setups, and he gets sick or you notice he's acting a little funny. You could throw him in a separate tank, bare bottom, while you either medicate him or you just observe him. Now, a quarantine tank is when you buy a fish directly from a pet store, or let's say you buy it from a breeder, but it's a fish that you don't have. Once you first get him, you want to throw him in a tank so that you can watch him, make sure he's not sick before you introduce him into your main tank, and then he spreads any diseases or just dies in there. So difference between hospital and quarantine: hospital is treatment, quarantine is basically when you first get a fish and you want to make sure he's okay. So this is a small little 5-gallon here. It is a top fin 5-gallon. This came as a kit, everything except for the heater. So the tank, that submersible filter there, and this lighting. This light is actually an LED light. There's one little strip, which is pretty decent, I think, especially for what I use it for. I don't use this as a real tank. Like I said, only a hospital. And then, of course, the filter. It has flow, and it has a little carbon packet in there. So for the light, the hood, the filter, and the tank, $20. Not bad for a hospital tank. And then it's definitely going to save your money while you're treating your fish. You don't want to end up treating a whole tank, especially if you have a big tank. Anything from I would even say like 40 on up. Especially if you get into like the 100 gallons, you don't want to treat your whole tank. You'll be wasting medication, wasting money, and stressing out your other fish and whatever else you have in there. So yeah, good idea, people, to have a quarantine/hospital tank. Like I said, I use this as a hospital tank. And of course, like I said, you want it bare bottom because you don't want to introduce anything. You just want to see the fish, see how they're behaving, and get them medicated and cure any disease that they might have. So yeah, this is the tank, folks. Let me know what you guys use for hospital tanks or quarantine tanks, if you guys even do it. I know I'm guilty. I've introduced fish straight from pet store right into my water. It happens. Sometimes you're either impatient or don't know better, or just sometimes you just don't care. But it's always a good idea to have a little tank like this set up. Like I said, it's a small little 5-gallon. It's easy to set up. It has everything you need, and it works fine. So yeah, till next time, YouTube. Renegade Danny, I'm out.